Welcome back. Let's continue in the medical lane right now. And as winter, its chill sets in properly, so does the inevitable congestion. I know a lot of people suffering right now. Well, fear not. General practitioner Dr. Leila Kasim is here to guide us through understanding and alleviating it, because often just need to feel a little bit better so we can get back in the fight. And we know that very often there is no cure. The body's got to do it ourselves.
Exactly.
So how about you? I've got to ask, in winter season, because we often forget your people as well. How do you keep yourself healthy and safe? She says with a cough.
Yeah, it's all about boosting your immune system and just filling your cup, as I usually say.
I love that. Fill your cup up. So let's dive right in with congestion specifically, because I feel like I've gone through 3 or 4 different phases of it. And obviously in our workplace, it really does matter. What is going on within the body when we start to feel congested?
So essentially, for example, when the weather changes, when it becomes winter, our bodies sort of adapt to that temperature change, and our mucous membranes are inflamed. We develop increased mucus production, and in turn we can develop symptoms like postnasal drip, irritative cough, and then essentially congestion. And so those are basically the symptoms, and it's essentially the weather change and the environment, your immune system, which can allude to your symptoms.
And I think there's a psychosomatic element as well, because it almost feels like as soon as winter comes and you start seeing ads on TV, it's like your brain knows, okay, it's time for the onslaught to begin. It often starts and we ignore it, we just power through it, it's gonna go. What are the symptoms we need to be worried about? When should we start to think, okay, it's time to head to the pharmacist or it's time to head to the doctor and get a heavy hitter?
So I always say your body tells you, your body is going to show you what's wrong. So if you've got a runny nose, if you've developed a postnasal drip, a sore throat or a scratchy throat, or even a cough. So it can be a lower respiratory symptom like a more productive cough, or more upper respiratory sign like a postnasal drip, or more of an irritative cough. And then fevers, obviously, and as I said before, body aches and pains.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're freezing cold, but you're sweating and vice versa, and the body's just trying to figure out what to do. And that's where I think the over-the-counter comes to bear for me, because sometimes you just need to feel a little bit better, and then your body, being the miracle worker that it is, can find a way to fight back. Something that really helped me, Expigen, over-the-counter this week has really helped me. I suppose because I've got such a nuanced understanding of so many of the products now through these journeys that we go on, I've been able to be quite specific. How does Expigen specifically work so well?
So Expigen is such a lovely way to alleviate your symptoms. It's essentially an expectorant and mucolytic cough syrup. So it does help lubricate your respiratory system and essentially loosen the mucus.
For sure.
Yeah.
And it's that, for me, what drives me insane here, and you'll be amazed, because we don't have a cough button on live TV. In radio, you can press the cough button and you can just cough. The amount of times you'll see one of us just go dead quiet as the tickle begins. You mentioned boosting the immune system, staying healthy. So how do we do that? Now that we're in the midst of winter, we can't go back in time, but for this main charge as we get through the heat of battle, what would you suggest to keep ourselves as strong and healthy as possible?
Yes, so I say fill your cup. It's about getting enough sleep, exercising regularly, having balanced meals, also keeping warm in winter, because that's essentially going to your body's going to adapt to the cold weather, and then when it is quite cold, you develop like a runny nose or inflamed mucous membrane, so to keep warm as well. And then just these little over-the-counter remedies, they do help. But essentially, it's filling your cup and boosting your immune system.
I love that. Now, I often watch with the path of my 2 kids, I suppose, because my son was the first. He was the alpha test, he went in, and then my daughter, she's been able to build a much stronger immune system because he's been bringing stuff home for her, being the youngest sibling. To keep our kids safe, because we can't protect them. I know we're on holiday at the moment, but there was just, even when you're on holiday, wherever they go, there are thousands of other kids. How do we keep our kids safe and healthy? Because they kind of have to get sick in their path, but we want them to be able to stay as healthy and energetic and happy as possible. How do we protect them, do you reckon?
Yeah, so kids are going to get sick, and it's part of developing their immune system. So it's also just important to make sure that you boost their immune system as well. Obviously, you can't force a child to go and sleep or to go and eat something, but sort of fill their cup as well, and make sure that they have their nap in the day, or they sleep for enough hours in the day, you know, have a balanced meal. Make sure that you offer those things, that comfort for them as well. And then don't stress about the cold weather. I did mention that keep yourself warm, but also allow people or allow little ones to play outside and have enough exercise.
Be exposed to it, yeah.
Exactly. All those elements assist in boosting your immune system.
Yep, we're going to
strengthening it.
I have a feeling we're going to have the strongest immune systems ever after this winter. And I know I joke about it, but people going through some hectic, just strains of flu at the moment here in South Africa. So hopefully you will find some relief, and we'll do our part to make you feel just a little bit better. And we are doing that courtesy of a 4,000 Rand cash giveaway. If you reply to the competition post on the Expresso social media pages right now and tell us this: do you often struggle with a cough when you get sick with colds and flu? For some people, it hits hard. And how does Expigen help to treat it? And if you don't know, go and give it a try and you will see. Don't forget to hashtag #OTCWinter to qualify for this particular competition. With that amount of money, we're going to get a lot of entries, so make yours really good. But you can see all the T's and C's on expressoshow.com. Doc, thank you so much. Stay healthy throughout, because we need you, to all of those healthcare professionals, the doctors, the pharmacists, to everyone looking after us during what is proving to be quite a challenging winter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you and we appreciate you.
Life moves fast and comes at us even quicker, but coffee gives you the permission to, of course, reset, savor the moment, and hit pause.
It's time to hit pause with Jacobs.